No, it's okay. Great. All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my queens and kings around the globe. I want to take this special moment to welcome each and everyone. We do have an amazing speaker for tonight. And before I continue, I want to introduce our host. And her name is Queen Julie Pierre. Could you please proceed?
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry about the late start of our webinar this evening, but we are here and I am thankful. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Julie Pierre from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. I say welcome and welcome to all my fellow founders who week after week are here with me. Before I go any further, I would like to thank our Heavenly Father for allowing us to be in the land of the living this beautiful day. And also I pray and lift ourselves and our kind CEO, Mr. Mufareh, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to being part of this phenomenal and once-in-a-lifetime movement, which is called Onpassive, to help eradicate poverty, to correct the corruption, and change humanity. I pray that God gives him the continuous strength, health, and wisdom he needs to persevere, not forgetting the tech team and their families, their dedication and timeless services. May God reward them sevenfold and bless them through their generosity. I am so grateful for being part of this wonderful family and would like to thank all those leaders and persons who have been mentors and supported me during my time with Onpassive. I can't say enough, how I love and appreciate you all. My 2+ years with this company has been very interesting journey. And I must confess that when I came as a founder, it was for the opportunity of making some extra money. Then I got hooked with the process, and this was most remarkable for me in learning about Onpassive, being plugged in and meeting so many wonderful leaders and mentors. I fell in love with Onpassive. And after this, my whole focus was on making the best of this God-given opportunity, learning from the best of the best, and being determined to leaving a legacy for my children and grandchildren. I would like them to know and one day say that their grandmother was part of this process. I must let you know that I sleep, I eat, I walk Onpassive. I would encourage all of you who are tuned in and who are here with me today to learn and do not take this for granted. I didn't see myself 2 years ago hosting my own webinar, honestly, but through determination and perseverance, here I am, and I am thankful. So I say to us all, be plugged in. Listen to our CEO. Our lives will never be the same. Our CEO has said we will be more than okay financially. And so let us be focused and eradicate poverty in this world. For we are all equal in the eyes of the Creator, and He entrusted us all to enjoy the wealth of this earth. So let us all join hands and forces to help make Mr. Ash's vision for Onpassive become a reality. There is enough opportunity for us all, millions plus founders, and this is why this is important, that we join forces and learn from each other. Learning should be a big part of our journey, and so we are here today to learn from the best. So I would now hand it over to our moderator for tonight to introduce our speakers, our great role models. And so I say, take it over, Dr. Benny. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Julie. We really appreciate you. And again, I want to thank each and everyone coming here. At this moment, I am going to introduce our speaker for tonight. This, our speaker, he is a brother who saw the vision, just like Mr. Ash Mufareh. You guys know that he has been out there. He introduced Onpassive to everybody. He told them the importance of Onpassive. And I noticed that a lot of people listen to him. He is an asset to this company. He is one of our great leaders. He is a network marketer, a network specialist. He is a production engineer, and he helps ordinary people to create wealth. Please, let us welcome our one and only brother, Mr. Mati Degamo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope I'm near as good as the introduction, okay? I got a long way to go. Yes, couple things. This is my 19th year working online, full time. And I didn't know until the last 3 or 4 years that what I was looking for that whole time was Onpassive. It didn't exist. I was very naive when I got in this business in the beginning because I thought everybody was fair, should be ethical. There's businesses there, people are making money. If they can do it, I can do it. That's what I thought. And you guys know my journey. I've said it 100,000 times. But what had happened, every time I would hit a milestone, I would flip over a rock and realize there's something else I didn't know. And when the one that hurt the most was, if you learn how to build a team, I teamed up with Mike Ellis, Dan Street, you know who they are. And the worst thing for me at the time was, and them too, is you find yourself deceiving people. Not on purpose, the system was built that way. And you kind of fall into it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like going to, Mary Jane and telling her, oh, you're going to be great. You just follow me and do what I'm doing and you're going to be good. It's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. I've seen gurus doing it. I've met them. I was friends with a guy that made $1 million in one day. But the problem was what he said to me, and this is right before Onpassive. He said, you could easily be a multimillionaire, but you have a problem. I said, what is it? You care about people too much. I said, well, if that's the case, I'll be broke. And it was right after that, I want to make sure I say this right. Onpassive found me. I was ready to quit. And it's not because I couldn't build teams. We built teams of 20, 30,000 in many businesses. businesses that I could have made 50 grand a month and I quit because it was unethical. And then I realized, man, what a horrible thing. Spend all those years and you can't bring anybody with you because that's not true. Why? It took me 9 years to learn what I know. And how in the heck is a lady that her husband left her, she's got 3 kids and she's working 2 jobs. It has nothing to do with how smart you are. She doesn't have time to learn what I learned. And the system is set up against her. A good guru, and I'm going to tell you, it's not a good concept, but a good guru knows how to bring in people faster than they quit. What kind of business is that? Where you bring in people and all you are is shoveling the hole and you figure out how to shovel the hole faster than the dirt falls back in. It was disgusting. I had to look in the mirror every day and I said, I'm done. I went back to Mike. I said, what we're looking for doesn't exist. And if we did it ourselves, I don't have the resources. I don't have the people. I don't have the resource. It's a nightmare. And I found out later that Mike Williams, who was very successful online, by the way, was trained to do the same thing. He loved it too, but how do you help people get where you are? Why would I want to go to Disney World alone? Why would you want to celebrate something just you? That's so empty. Because I'll tell you what, all the money in the world, and I believe everybody here one day will never, ever have to worry about money again. If you keep the faith, stay in, you're going to win bigger than you could ever imagine. But the thing is, you have to keep the faith, keep the faith, and keep going. What do we really have to do? You saw Ashley on 360. He was beat like a dog. Because everywhere he goes, it's a force against him. Nobody says, oh, yes, that's a great idea. Let's do it. He's building something that's never been done. And he hated exactly what I'm talking about, the corruption, where it's not fair. In Onpassive, they have turned it upside down. Instead of 98% failing, 100% could win. And then people say, I don't understand why everybody doesn't see it. Because they're not meant to be here. You're a founder because you were chosen to be a founder. My opinion. That's my opinion. Because I have friends at markets, oh, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? I can't make any money. They're not thinking. They're not thinking at all. 20/20 vision here, and they're blind in their heart. And when I got in and I started to look at what was going on, and I said, I don't know who this crazy guy is called Mufareh, but I want to meet him. I got to find out what makes him tick because he sounds too good to be true. And I met him and it was better than I thought. And the first company in the history of my life that every month it was better than I thought it was. Better and better and better and better. Any other business I was in, you plateaued the second you got in, and then it went downhill from there. I wasn't in one business in 19 years that lasted more than 4 months. 4 months. And thousands of people lost millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. That's why when you go to your family, they want to run away. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of you out there looking for Onpassive. When you get the opportunity, you know when to say it. And trust me, when you get the confidence and you start getting the choices and money comes in, where money's no longer an option. I mean, a thing. I don't want to think about money. I didn't like thinking about it when I was broke, and I don't want to think about it because I have too much. I want to be able to live life and do the right thing. Because I'll tell you what, all said and done, all of you go buy the fancy car, the new house, that's fine. You get it all out of your system. You know what's going to matter in your deathbed? Your memories. The journey will be the most important part of your life in Onpassive, my opinion. You don't know it now, but when you get to the end, you'll look back and let, the money's fine, but. And I asked Ash one day, why would he do this? I mean, you've got to be out of your mind. I say this with all due respect, but think about it. He's helping everybody win, and he doesn't even know us. And he said, well, when I go out and fill up the truck with food and water and give it to the poor, I thought, I can only do so much. What could 1 million people do? What happens if I give the choices to 1 million people, 2 million, 5 million, 500 million? It changes the world. That's what's going on now. But I know I was brought on for another reason. So I know a lot of people look at Onpassive, they get very intimidated. Videos. Listen, the worst thing you could do, any of you, this is my opinion, is try to be someone else. The best person to represent Onpassive is you. It's not me. The best person for me to do is me. But for you, it's you. When you get the confidence and you build it, listen, when success starts to roll in, for one thing, everything we have in life is temporary. Right? God blessed us with our memory fading. People say, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't want to feel like I did the day my mom died for the rest of my life. It was bad, but as time goes on, it wears down. And then I start to remember only the good things. That's a blessing, not to remember. You build on things, you build on people, relationships, and that's what we're doing here. But I want to tell people, they look and they say, well, I don't do webinars, I don't do this, I don't do that. When you start to become successful, you'll be taller, you'll have a little bit of a skip to your walk, and people will come up and they'll ask you crazy stuff. Did you lose weight? Did you dye your hair? You look different. Yeah, it's called Onpassive. And they'll want to know, whatever it is you have, can I have some? And all the people that told you no was the seed that you dropped, like Johnny Appleseed. One day you look back and there'll be a forest. And they're going to come back. Hey, can I still get in? Yeah. And you let them in. I never try to talk anybody into anything. Listen, there was much better speakers in this world before me. Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela. I could go on and on and on. And some of them were killed. Some of them were thrown in jail because they couldn't convince everybody. So don't try. If the best of the best can't do it, don't you do it. It's a waste of time. Walk your walk, live your journey, plant the seed, and move on. Because it will come to the ground. It will be looking for you down the road. Just keep moving. What you need to find is another one of you. I'm looking for another Marty. It might be a black man. Might be a black woman. It might be an Oriental person. It might be a bald-headed guy. It might be a hairy guy like Chris. But either way, I'm looking at their heart. There's people that are looking for Onpassive. They're praying every night, look at the ceiling. The life's got to be different. And they need to know we're coming. And we'll be there to pick them up. I don't believe in lending a hand. I believe you lend a hand and you lift people above yourself. That's what we're supposed to do. Trust me, it's like giving. Giving feels so much better than receiving. There's a feeling, I can't believe it. It's like laughter. It will heal you of things. But what I want to tell you is, Onpassive is the only thing in my life that I started to realize I get to go back in time. Now people say, I want a time machine. I don't want to go forward right yet. I want to go back. When you go back, you ladies and the guys, when you were young, there was no fence. There was no walls. You believed everything was possible. And the older you got, the walls started closing in to where one day you work, you come home, you get a six-pack of beer, you watch football, you go to bed, and the next day you do it again. That's not a life. And the reason that is, that wall is there. Whether you put it up or society put it up, but it happened. In Onpassive platform, there's no walls. You can fly like an eagle. And I'm telling you, whatever passion you have, start a club. And outside of Onpassive, in a club, in the platform of Onpassive, you can build an income that will set you free. Because whatever passion you have, millions of other people have the same passion. Maybe you can teach French. Oh, what's the big deal in that? You have courses, you tape them ahead of time. They come in, you want to monetize. You $5 a course. I'm not going to make any money at that. 10,000 people watch the $5 course. What is that? And you have 20 of them, 30 of them. Money can be made from the little things. We have to stop looking at the company as, well, I'm not going to use that, and I'm not going to use that. Really? You don't know that. Open your mind to all the possibilities. Think about, I'll tell you what, Ivy Mix. She talked to the people she knew from Africa, and what she said to them, and I'm going to put it in a nutshell, was, hey, look, I would like to talk to you in a webinar, but I don't like going to places where they can take your data and take your information. I've got a real clean place, ethical, and it's secure. Meet me there. Gives them the link to sign up. They think they're going to Connect, which they are. She brought in 1,000 people last month. 1,000. You know why? She didn't try to market. God forbid, don't try to market. You know why? You're not a marketer. Don't do it. If you can't bring in 200 people a day from marketing, you're not a marketer. You have to market daily, new people over and over and over and over. That's marketing. You got to buy solo ads, spend $400 or $500 and get one or two. That's not marketing. That's blowing your money. And Onpassive, you're all a hero. You heard Ask say it. And every day I see people glowing. When I'm in meetings, I've always find diamonds in the rough. That's what I love doing. Some people like treasure hunting. I love hunting people. Sounds horrible. But I love going in a meeting and somebody says something or does something, and I go, oh crap, there's a diamond. There's a diamond. There's a diamond. There's a diamond. Most of you I've seen. And when I go back or I'm talking to Ash, if I do, I tell them about the diamond collection I found. It's people. Some people don't have a voice. Chris Johnson, first time I met him, big, bald, loving cushion that he is, right? He's sitting in a chair and he's doing that Stevie Wonder thing. You ever watch him? Oh, he's rocking back and forth, and I don't know who he is. And I said, man, he's dying to say something. And I said, Mr. Johnson, I'm sure you got something to say. And he hasn't shut up since. Okay? But look what he's done. I took him to Papua New Guinea. What did he do the first time he was there? Nancy talked to give a speech. If you guys know Nancy, you're in trouble once she's done because she just melts your heart. Chris bought 5 positions for people in Papua New Guinea that night. Just had to. He just felt he had to. But that's the kind of family we have. As said it, there's a video on my station. It's older, a year, 2, 3 years old, where he talked about the journey. And he said, we have something special here. We're family. And that's Onpassive. But I want to let you know, these walls that we create, and I know I gave that stupid pig story, but it's the only thing I could think of. And I'm going to say it real quick. When I went to Illinois, my grandfather owned a pig farm, and the pigs would be in this little pen. And there was an electric fence 2 feet off the ground. The pigs would go up to the fence. Pigs are real smart. They touch it once, they never go again. So my uncle said, we're going to move the pigs to a new area. We're going to take down the fence and we just got to walk them. I said, big deal. Anybody could do that. He said, no, we got to make a line. I said, make a line. The fence is down. They're going to walk right over. They walked right up to where the fence was because they believed it was there. And they put on the air brakes. And they looked back and said, you think I'm going through that fence? And we're like, I'm thinking to myself, yo, pig, that fence isn't there. And they spun around, went between our legs, knocked us down, terrified. But once we got one of those pigs to go past that wall, that imaginary wall, they all went. Onpassive will knock down that wall. And I know a lot of you, 40s, 50s, 60s, you have that wall. That little soldier in your brain, your subconscious, for years and years only lets in, well, that's not me. I don't deserve that. I have my, you deserve everything you want to make happen. If you can dream it, do it. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't the case. but don't do it from me. Don't copy off Jeffrey Morlock. Don't copy off Engineer Mike, any of the women here. Don't copy off each other. Be your best you. Caribbean Queen, Julie, I just met her a few weeks ago. Wonderful lady. I'd have never met her in my life if it wasn't for Onpassive. She's a diamond. She's a diamond. And you know what? She was an orphan. And I don't mean in life. She was an orphan in Onpassive. There's a lot of orphans out there. What I mean is somebody invited them in and they disappeared. So here's this person with nobody really to go to. So it's a good idea to look around and try to help these people and find them and gather them in because they need support. They don't know where to go. So that part's really, really good. But I want to tell you, whatever passion you have, whatever my wife loves crafts. She can make a trash can look beautiful. I don't know how she does it. But she's going to get a club and do a craft club. Do you think a lot of people will go? For me, I'm thinking, why would anybody go to a craft club? But she's on a craft thing with 100,000 people. People love it. Magnet fishing, model airplanes, speaking a language, whatever it is. All of that is possible. And then when Create comes in, you put a little bit of Lily Lane, a short little video. You have all the content from Onpassive above and below. You have one little video underneath of testimonials. And I don't mean testimonials, I made 50,000, I made 100,000. Because of Onpassive, I paid off my school loan. I think Dr. Benny will be making that someday, right? Because of Onpassive, I paid off my school loan. I am debt free. I retired 10 years early because of Onpassive. That's way more powerful than mentioning a dollar sign. Because if I hear dollars from somebody, I'm thinking MLM. I want facts. You get 4 or 5 people on a video just giving what Onpassive has done for them, you're going to blow it up. And guess what you can do? Mr. Mufareh, I want you to drive traffic to this link. Nothing fancy. Truth. Truth will set you free. A little bit of you, a little bit of Onpassive, some of your friends and what Onpassive has done for them, it's over. But there's many, 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 many things that you can do in Onpassive to intertwine anything. Every day I'm thinking about, I'm laying in bed, my eyes up, oh my God, we could do, and then I make a big mistake and start talking to someone like Jeffrey or Mike Ellis, and I lose consciousness, you know, I mean, because you start feeding off each other. Well, I get off with Mike and I'm all worried he's going to do a video, you know. But anyway, work with it's really good to have a team too. If you can work with somebody, it means a lot. I know you see me and Chris have kind of teamed up on lives. It's good. You can feed off of each other. And you want to help people. And then I work with the ladies and the ladies in Onpassive, the ones that are really in it to win it, men don't touch them. In general, sorry, it's just fact. When they're in it, because you know why? They work off of here. Men want to use this all the time. This is a lie sometimes. Your heart will never lie to you. Never, never, never. Anyway, I'm going to stop now because I'm going to keep going and going and going. If anybody has any questions or wants to add anything, I hope I answered. But anytime you come up, you say, well, I've got this passion. How do you think I can make money? I can tell you. You give me a little bit of time, I can tell you what you could do, really. And it's only because I love it. You know, how do you figure out what to say? When you love something, you don't have to worry about thinking of what to say. I talk Onpassive all day, every day for 5 years. So it's not hard for me. It's my life. Anyway, thank you for inviting me, and I'm here if you have any questions.
Wow, if there was a resound, I was looking for the resound button, Maddie, to put it at the background, but I couldn't find it. I forgot that when we were in Zoom. Wow, 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 wow. That's all I'll say today. I'm not feeling the best, but that is like, you say it so easily, Maddie, and it's like, it sounds that easy. I'll come back to you. You have to come back again to this platform and Yeah, Julie, bring Marty again, please.
I will definitely. Thank you, Marty.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Marty. We really appreciate you accepting Queen Julie's invitation. I want to thank you for your service within Onpassive. And you made a statement that you have been working for 19 years. Wow, as a marketer, I really appreciate you for that. And you brought your team like Mike Ellis and the rest. And you made a statement that you did not want to tell lies working with people out there. And you were looking for a company like Onpassive. And you met some important person and you wanted to see who is really in charge of Onpassive. You wanted to see that CEO, Mr. Ash.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what was funny is, and this is, I'll go real quick. We were in, I signed up under Peter Rogers. I went back and got Mike and Dan, and I didn't ask them if they wanted to sign up. I talked so much, they just said, oh my God, sign us up and shut up, right? So we signed up because we figured for 97, I got to know what it's about. Well, any business I was in for the last 10 years, I want to meet the guy that runs it. It's very important because I knew that myself, Mike, and Dan are going to introduce people to this. And I don't want to go through this fiasco again where people are coming into something that's not quite what we thought it was. So I went back to Red and Peter and somebody else. Derek Bentner, that was his name. And I said, hey, I got a question for you guys. We had a meeting. They go, yeah, I want to meet Ash. How do I get a hold of him? And they laughed. Good luck. Okay, that's great. So we left. And I said to Mike and Dan, I said, you know, we're going to make a big splash, a big enough one, he'll come to us. 4 months later, Ash called me on the phone. Exactly how it went down. And he did what he always does. Is this Marty DeGarmo? Yes. This is Ash, and I'm your friend. And I went, yep, I know it's you. There's no doubt. And we talked to him, and I talked to him, and he goes, I want to meet with you and Dan. He liked Onpassive Nation, by the way, while some of the leaders wanted us dead. But anyway, he said, I want to meet with you. So I get together with Dan and Mike. This is just kind of a funny story. So we make a big questionnaire, and we're going to ask him questions. We're going to find out what he's doing and who this guy really is. So obviously we did not realize the guy's the smartest guy in the room, okay? So when he comes on, we start asking questions. The next thing you know, somewhere about 10 minutes in, somebody else took over the meeting. His name is Mufareh, right? So we're just sitting there. And he started telling us a plan where he wanted to go in the future, like where we are now, even, yeah, but as much as he could then, because we were just a marketing platform. And I went, he said something, and just our jaws dropped. So a couple seconds go by and he goes, you guys still there? Because we weren't on a video, we were on an audio. And I go, yeah. You okay? Not really, because when you're wanting to meet somebody and your expectations are low because you got burnt so many times, it was so much bigger and better than I thought. It took me by surprise. And then ever since then, I became really good friends with him, but he's exactly what people think he is and more. But that's how that happened with meeting him. But yeah, he's definitely he's unbelievable. I don't know anybody like him, really.
Well, thank you so much, Brother Marty. To tell you the truth, we all love Mr. Ash Mufareh. We do. I would like Brother Jeffrey Moloch to say something, please, about this topic. We appreciate it, Brother Jeffrey. Unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you, Doc Benny. I appreciate that. And Marty, thank you for coming on. He's speaking about his past and his meetings. There's not a lot I can say about that, Dr. Benny.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, at least you can talk. You can say something about Onpassive.
Oh yeah.
About your own
yeah. I mean, I
passive.
can talk about Onpassive, but
Go ahead.
say something about that. I'm thinking, wow.
Say something about
I couldn't
Onpassive.
imagine
Thank
back then having that kind of a meeting with. Yeah, I'd probably be like him, jaw dropped, and I know how I was when I first went on and was listening to those webinars. I thought he was genius because I had to pay $97 just to learn what the program was about. I had to get in just to find out the information. I thought, okay, this guy's a real marketer. I mean, it worked, you know. And so, yeah, but I mean, when I heard Ash on the webinar, I mean, Ash he was not a public speaker back then. I mean, he just wasn't. And there was a lot of folks that could do a lot much better with a webinar, but there was nobody that could put the heart across like he did and I mean, he had a vision and a dream, man. I mean, there was no denying it. So yeah, I can agree with Marty on that with no problem whatsoever, that we both probably went down the same path with Ash, talking to him early on and having some private conversations where he really explained some things. And I think, like Marty, it kind of exploded my mind. Now, Marty would have been used to something more of like that. I was not and never have been a marketer. So, I mean, it really just kind of blew me out of the water when this guy started talking about visions 2 or 3 years down the road. But I mean, Onpassive as a business, I mean, I can't think of anything better. I mean, I don't care at which angle you look at this. From any angle you want, there's no better way or nothing better than Onpassive, because it's simply, you know, in a nutshell, Onpassive is offering a platform for entrepreneurs and regular people to build their own online presence or business or whatever, using tools and resources that we have within the ecosystem. You know, if you stop right there for a second and then think, okay, the ecosystem's pretty big and I know what that's about, but it's even a lot bigger. If you go outside of that, you've got 5 or 6 other legs, right? You've got the branding and the marketing, and you've got all these strategic partnerships. You've got the data centers, and you got the innovation labs. I mean, you got lots of stuff outside the ecosystem that people that aren't daily with Onpassive probably don't know a whole lot about. But every bit of that on the outside is helping to prop up and stand up and be under the ecosystem and everything that's going on there. Now, inside the ecosystem, I mean, wow, it's got tools that include everything that you need. I mean, website, marketing tools, traffic generation, right? I mean, a whole lot more. There's training and there's support. There's anything you can think of for an online presence, period. And the platform's 100% automated. So, I mean, wow, how easy is that, right? I mean, for business creation or any kind of a presence, a creation for anybody in the world, doesn't matter what your background is or what your story is. You can make a story. You can make a new story for yourself with Onpassive, and with all the tools and everything else. Marty says, yeah, if you're not a marketer, don't try to market. And that's a good thing about Onpassive. Onpassive is going to be able to do it for you. It's going to bring you that targeted traffic to your website. It's going to generate leads. It's going to close sales. It's going to dump the money in your wallet. I mean, life is good when you're in Onpassive. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Jeffrey, for your input. We really appreciate you. Thank you also for coming. Yes, please. I am going to call on Brother Shane. Could you please unmute yourself and ask your question? All right, while waiting for him, I'm going to ask Brother Engineer Michael. Are you ready? Could you please proceed to ask your question or any comment?
Michael, you're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Said I can have, thank you, everybody. I can have a question when I have Jeffrey Mellock and Marty here. Why should I have a question? I've not been a bad student. I've been learning. So thank you, big brothers. I just want to say this shows that we have people who have integrity in Onpassive. And this also shows that we have people who love what they are doing in Onpassive. My big brother just told us he has been 19 years plus online. It's something that I've never learned, you know. I know the technical aspect as an engineer, petroleum, IT, and civil engineer. I take my own engineering, wear my own engineering hat on my head, and I come and learn from the marketers. When I joined Onpassive, in how many days? On the 17th, I'll be 3 years, by the way, in Onpassive. When I joined Onpassive, I went to the back office. I had the Ash video, which was viral. Everybody watched that one. I had one from Madi Digamo. I had one from Mike Ellis. I had one from Jeffrey Moloch, and I had one from Charles Awesome. Being, I don't know anything about online marketing and all of that stuff. I started learning, go through their videos. That's why I say sometimes when I just feel bored, I'll click onto like 5 different people and one from Red Reference and Michael Williams as well. Sorry. Now, when I go to my to Marty's YouTube channel, if it is boring me, I go to Jeffrey's own. If it is boring, I go to Mike Ellis's own. If it is boring me, I go to Red Reference own. If it is boring, that's how I just go up from one place to another. Just keep myself busy to just learn new things, right? And I have a book, like you see, I always have books. I have sticky everywhere when I'm going through those. I write little notes, sticker notes. I stick them up. I have them everywhere. So just in front of me, I have pens and, you know, I'm writing every time. So that is how you learn, right? So my journey for 3 years, I want to say thank you to all of them because it is from them that I learned the marketing aspect of Onpassive. I don't know no marketing, right? I just know my engineering stuff. I just bring it, understand what the system is doing and all of that. But when I hear and I listen to them, Brother Jeffrey, he actually gave me some slides. He's always providing me with materials, right? Slides, and he gave me slides that I did product review. And when I go, there was a day that on Friday Night Live, we had Maddie, Dan Street, and Mike Ellis. They were on there talking about targeted traffic. And Mr. Mufareh was on that webinar, came in, and that was when I asked him one of the questions. He answered it so nicely. I mean, so just listening to these guys speak, the marketing aspect, I can listen to them all year round because I don't really have an expatriate there. So I'm building my own vocabulary. I am building my experience from listening to them. And that is why I am who I am in Onpassive today, listening and learning, right? I came in, I just know my engineering stuff. I can know what the system is telling me or whatever errors I can have. But I didn't know about no marketing. I learned from them and I'm learning. That's why I don't have no question if I want to ask, right? So thank you very much, people. I want to appreciate you for all you people do for us. Thank you very much. Chris, I didn't say you because you're going to beat me now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Engineer Michael. Thank you for sharing your own thoughts about Onpassive. We appreciate you also being an asset to this company. Does anyone have any comments or any question? Please raise your hands electronically, or you can write your question on the chat and I will read it for you.
Chris
Thank you so
does,
much.
Dr. Penny. Ask Chris.
Brother Chris, do you have any comments or a question, please?
Yeah, well, he paid me $50 to say it. He's so sexy, isn't he? Oh man, you know what? You're gonna make me follow 3 greats, and I don't know too much I can say, but all I know is if you take Onpassive and you plus it by a business, and you plus it by a mom, a dad, a son, an uncle, an aunt, and it doesn't stop from there. Onpassive is a seed that was engineered for perfection as it grows.
And that's exactly what this company is doing right now. It's growing. It's growing in a pace that everything is falling into place so much better. Everyone gets into business to make money, bottom line. Or they want to run their own hours. They want to be the captain of the ship, which isn't always so much fun when you're running a business. But if you just look at the whole concept of a business is going to come to Onpassive for help, not only are we going to grow their business, but it's another business that they're going to have in their business called Onpassive. And it's just a perfect thing. It's hard to not see it. The hard part for me is people can't see it. And I understand why they can't see it, because they're completely blind to being successful. They gave up on it. Most people, I'm 57 years old. I would say most people between the years of 45 and 55, they forget all about their dreams. They stop dreaming. They stop thinking about things that make them happy. And I'm talking for myself and probably most of you. I hope if you didn't feel this way, God bless you. But you get to the point where this is the best I got, God. Thank you. What a great life. And we accept things that we really shouldn't accept. I will never accept me, never, ever doing better. My whole life was, I don't leave something until I have something better. And that was as far as work. So I'd always do it the right way. I'd have a job for a year, 2 years. I'd find something better. I'd give a 2-week notice. I never just left them. I was always respectful. And I think Onpassive not only is going to be the greatest business in the world, but I think it's going to be the most respected business in the world. Reason being is because the world isn't Onpassive. All of us, different faces, different colors, religions, genders, political views. We're all in here together, and we got one main goal. Just like Onpassive, we want better for our family. That's the truth. And then we found some people along the way who just really want to help people out. And that's a blessing in itself. Most businesses turn into greedy. As you can see, Onpassive, I've not seen anything greedy in it. I've seen everything but respectful. I've seen equal opportunity for all. And there's not many businesses out there. In this business, women are equal to men, because in the rest of the world, they still get paid less than men. So I kind of like the fact that everyone can come into this business as an equal, and kind of it stays that way, but it keeps getting bigger and better every day. Okay, if that's my touch on Onpassive tonight. I could probably talk for hours just about how good it is, but the best thing for me is I've never seen so many people who thought just like I did, and they just wanted to stop looking out that same window every single day and look for a new view. Well, Onpassive is going to give you that view, guys. Back to you, Miss Dr. Benny.
Thank you so much, Brother Chris. I will say thank you so much, King Brother Chris Johnson. Oh, yes. Our CEO loves you so much. We all love you, brother. Thank you for sharing your thought. Yes, brother. Thank you. And thank you for being the brother to Brother Marty. He loves you too much as well. Thank you for loving Onpassive. Thank you for being our leader. Yes, brother.
Thank you, Dr. Benny.
Yes, brother. Anyone can share their contribution. If you can raise your hands up, I will continue with Sister Victorine.
Yes. Hi. I haven't tried for my face to be seen, but I don't know how to do it. Dr. Benny, I really want to say thank you, because you have been so awesome. You brought me into this business. I really, really appreciate you. I know it's just the start, but as time goes on, I will try my best to make what I can. And I'm so excited that we have a lot of pillars. We have a lot. The Bible says that when we have men, they are the kings. They shall make us see the best, especially the owner. I so much appreciate his words, because when you hear him, you can feel something. You can feel something that no one can say. The spirit can tell you that there is something great on the way. So I am so grateful, and I know as time goes on, it will be better. But please, I don't know. I'm trying to register, I don't know when they will open the door. It's so hard for us to, can someone help, please?
You're talking about registering for OConnect?
Yeah. To do that, I don't know. You can't register. They say you can't. It's always a jam on the way, and I don't know what to do.
Here's what I'm going to tell you what to do, because I see you're frustrated. I'd like you to take a break for the night and try again tomorrow, and only try 5 or 6 times, because everyone is going to get in. It's just they're manually slowing the process down, because a lot of people all came in, and we don't want to happen like last time where it completely, we lose the vendors. The vendors are working with us. They had a stoppage because too much was coming at them, and it raises a lot of red flags around the world, and we can't have that. So Ash is manually controlling it. There's a small window every single day that you can get in. No one knows what time it is.
Okay.
It's the job. And then, but I tell people, be patient. I would try maybe 5 or 6 times a day. If you want to do more, great. But I would not definitely get stressed out about it. I'd go, like I said today, I'd go cut the grass.
Okay.
But
Thank you so much, sir.
Plant the flowers. So you're welcome.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Let me make sure that I heard you correctly. You said there is a window. There's a window every day that is open for that we don't know when it is. Is that right?
That's correct. It's a small window, and this is just to slow everyone down. So I think they think everyone's going to see it didn't work. And then someone gets lucky. There might be 1,000, 10,000, 15,000 people that get through. But each, as you heard Ash say, hold on, my dog got sick. As you heard Ash, each day he's going to double that up a little bit more. In other words, the window's going to get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. That's why I tell people, don't get frustrated. I would wait a couple days. I think 2 or 3 days later, it'll be really ramped up and good.
Good. Well, I wanted to bring that up because I've gotten a lot of emails, a lot of texts, and that's good information to have.
Let me break it down a little bit more, Jeffrey, from what Chris just said. When we September 1st, when the products came out the first time, I want to tell you what the major issue is. A lot of people tell you, and I say this on my live, but a lot of people say, well, Amazon brings in millions and millions and millions of dollars a day. They don't have a problem. So does Apple. So does Microsoft. So does Disney World. I mean, they just bring in millions a day. The difference is Amazon started in an attic, and they did 100,000, then 100,000, and a little bigger, and they gradually grew up. For them to get to a unicorn was like 10, 15 years. Okay, that goes for all of them. It was a gradual thing. One day, the 1st of September 2023, this company that no one knows of, I'm not talking about founders. Yes, there's 1 million, 2 million people. That's nothing in the scope of the world in business. All of a sudden, this company pops up on the 1st of September and pumping around tens of millions of dollars a day. Now, no matter what the card company says, the fraud part of each card company goes, whoa, 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 what is going on? And the other problem is, not only do we pay one direction, Ash is paying back 25%. So, I mean, it's a weird thing to see all of a sudden from nothing, from the depths of the earth, this thing pops up and goes bananas. So Ash thought, I'm going to tell you the best way I can because I wasn't there. So they decided, okay, instead of 1 or 2 merchants, we're going to have 10. And we'll put them on a rotator. So that this one gets one, this one gets one, this one gets one, this one gets one. So it spreads it out a little bit. Doesn't look so panicking for anybody. Now, what As said on the webinar was, come in, if you purchase OConnect, wait 60 minutes before you do it again. What originally what he said. But reality is, because some founders don't listen, they came in and did a meltdown with their card. Some people paid for 10 accounts in a half hour. Okay, people say, well, that's only one guy. No, it wasn't. It was tens of thousands of people were trying to do it. So thank God they had a thing in the coding that said, whoa, stop. Because you don't want to lose those merchants. Trust me. It's not a good idea. So they manually slowed everything down. And As said flat out on the recording to me, he said, look, we're going to slowly scale it up so that we have control over it, because no matter what we tell founders, and I'm not talking about anybody specific here or whatever, then we have to have control, because if not, people are going to do it again. They're going to go crazy. And what good is it to have a sprint and it dies for 2 months? So that's what happened. And As said, as time goes, we'll open up that window more and more. I'll tell you what, the window doesn't mean you got a window, I got a window. There's a period of time they let X amount of people in. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. But I went to pay for my sister-in-law and it didn't go through. I waited 15 minutes. I said, let me try it again. It went through like butter, no problem. Everything was fine. What the freak? But the next day it didn't on another account. But it's okay. Here's another one that people need to watch out for. If you have anybody that's talking to you or whatever, because the system is a little slower, some people are paying, and when they're done paying, they refresh, they go back in, and OConnect says they still owe the money because the coding hasn't sent all the triggers out, like this has been paid, here's the email, and then they engage your OConnect. Wait up to 48 hours. Until this ball can really get rolling, we have to go with the flow, okay? It's a founder thing. It's different because of us. Customers probably aren't having this problem. So as time goes on and they manually watch what's going on, they'll slowly scale it up and we'll be out of this. And the news flash to everybody, we're never going to have to do this again. Not at this magnitude. Why? Most of you will have the money in your wallet to pay for the next product. So you're not going to be going with a card, right? It'll take 90% of the people will never do it again. So that's the beauty of this. Is a one-time explosion that they're not used to. And there's no way you can compare it. Yeah, but this one does. Nobody is Onpassive. No one. And it's not one product. It's going to be hundreds of products. So we got to bear with it for now. As can't come on every 5 minutes to explain every detail. Trust me. Even today, I asked him, do you want to come on? He came. He called after we already started, and he said, I'm going to try to come on quarter up. He wound up coming on a little after 3, and he came on as quick as he could. He texted me back. No, he left me a voicemail. He's in the car going to a meeting. I'm not kidding you. That's his life. That's what he's doing, just nonstop. And not only him, you see what happened in Egypt. Now, all of you that are from Africa or you have family over there, you know how big this is going to be. Don't kid yourself. That is massive. That is massive. I'm going to give an example how I know why. I do marketing. Okay, you guys all know that. I went online and I searched, because when you're doing marketing, you have to make targeted traffic. It's manual. It takes a long time to fine tune it. I looked up what countries are favorable to AI. What companies are moving the fastest towards high tech? What companies like crypto? Because they all really go together. It's something different and people are scared to death. You know what they are? Africa and the Arabic countries. They're not afraid. They're embracing it and running like mad. And I hate to say it, I'm from the United States, and the average age in the Senate and in Congress and in the Senate is about 990 years old. They're out of touch. They don't know what's going on. AI sounds like a drink. They just don't know. I'm not making fun of them, but they need to move out. We got term life thing there where it's time to go. You got to get people in that understand this. And when you go to Egypt, they are embracing it. And what do they say? Let me tell you something. You know, Professor Susan, she wasn't looking for a job, everybody. She didn't need a job. The president of Egypt called her personally. The president of Egypt asked Mufareh, showed her where we're going. She probably gets to see behind the curtain, and she jumped in with both feet. Muhammad Kamal was a nuclear engineer. Trust me, he's not looking for work. He gave up his founder position to come in. Why did he come in? Because he's going to be part of something that's history in the making. That's why they're here. Why did you buy Huggis? We're in partnership with the government. That doesn't happen because we like you. It happens because they see who we are, even if we don't see it. So when you say, I don't know what's going on, I don't know, you do know. If we would focus on what we do know and take the blinders off of what we don't, you should not be able to sleep. This is huge. And I mean huge. I hear people, oh, am I going to get my 3? I'm going to get my 3. Everybody, every founder on Onpassive will be a millionaire, in my opinion, if you just stick with it. How fast? Nobody knows that. If somebody does tell you that, he's a liar or she's a liar. But you stick with it, do the right thing. And I would tell you this, don't market because you're not one. But when the traffic comes out and you can purchase it, and you could use the money you made from Onpassive to purchase that traffic, get as much as you can for 6 months and your great-grandchildren will never work again. That's my opinion. And it's more than just opinion. I'm very strong and believe that. I wouldn't just say it. So.
Hey, Marty.
You want to go again? Yeah.
Hey, let me jump in and share a little bit about that. This is excellent. I am so glad, first of all, Chris, that you brought up the whole thing, answering the question, and then you chimed right in behind that, because this opens up. I mean, this was brought up again today, right? The Sharm el Sheikh on the webinar today, and we talked a little bit about it. I did a video the other week because you can't overemphasize how big this really is for us. When you think about Egypt and how important it is, it's because it's got the potential for some of the biggest emerging markets in the world. And it's poised for some really good returns on any kind of foreign investment because it's got a booming economy right now, right? It's a major oil and gas producing country. It's got rapidly increasing natural gas production going on. Agriculture in Egypt accounts for like 40% of the employment, 14% of their GDP. It offers us a way to reach all of Africa because Egypt has one of the most dynamic growth rates in Africa. It is, I think, somewhere around 6.5 or 7% of GDP for the entire area. And when you tie that together and you think about the MENA countries, you had mentioned the Arabic countries and such, MENA, which is the Middle East and Northern African countries, it affects that entire area. And us being there, you're right. Everything that is going on there points at crypto, AI, technology, transformation digitally. Man, we couldn't be in a better spot. So I appreciate you bringing that up and drawing some attention to it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Marty, Brother Jeffrey, for sharing. I mean, it's good for us to really know the importance of our company and our products, knowing that a lot of companies all over the globe will be purchasing our solutions. Thank you so much. Queen Vinette, could you please?
Can I ask a question? Did anybody see the videos from Egypt?
Yes, I saw.
Okay,
I saw them, Marty.
if you didn't, make sure you look at them. There's 3 of them.
Yes, 3.
They will blow you away. Okay, I'm sorry, Dr. Ben. You got me started now. I can't stop. So.
Hey, I know you love Onpassive just like I do, I believe. You guys. Thank you so much, Brother Marty. Queen Vinette, are you available to
Hello,
proceed?
everyone. Hello. Marty, you could keep talking forever. I could listen to you forever because you have so much information. It's so very informative. Hello, Dr. Benny. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Benny, for letting me on the panel. And thank you so much, Mr. DeGarmo, Mr. Merla, Mr. Jansu, for your always very, very informative information, and to everyone on the panel. You guys always have so much to offer, so much information to offer. There's so much leaders out there that have so much information to offer. If we didn't hear it, it's because we're not in tune, right? Because there's so much out there. You know, we have so much YouTube channels out there every day. So if we're not in tune, it's because we don't want to learn or we're not listening, because you guys hold nothing back. You guys hold nothing back. You come out every day and you teach us everything that we need to know about Onpassive. You know, you put videos out there, you put information in the back office, and, you know, it's very, very appreciative. You know, Onpassive is the most down-to-earth company that I ever seen, and I'm a part of it, and I'm so grateful, you know, with the most down-to-earth people and the most down-to-earth CEO. Mr. Mufareh is so down-to-earth. Like, you know, we're a part of Onpassive. We're founders, and he gave us back our $97. Like, who does that? What company does that? You know, we're a part of the greatest, most awesome, phenomenal company, and it costs us nothing. I mean, it's a lot to be grateful for. And we're such great leaders that always have so much information to offer. I am truly grateful, and I'm truly grateful to be a part of this company. I mean, I've learned so much from Onpassive. I wasn't one to be on a panel or one to speak up in front of the public, but just being among you guys, being among all these you know, conferences, all these YouTube channels, you know, and I see, wait a minute, you know, what do I have to, what am I holding back for? You know, like why sitting at the back bench when you're needed at the front, right? I am so grateful. When I first joined this company, I was, you know, introduced to this company by a man called Scott Hughes, and he passed away from COVID in 2021. I was actually browsing a website called Dinar Detective, right? Actually, before I get there, I was told by a prophecy that I was going to be a part of this company, you know, a God-created company, right? And so I was browsing Dinar Detective, and then I saw an ad, and it was an Onpassive ad, and curiosity makes me click on the ad, and what? It led me to an ad about Onpassive, you know, why not try this, you know? So, you know, there was a video by Mr. Mufareh, and, you know, actually he was talking, and it was long, but normally, you know, when you listen to these chats, you know, for them to tell you about the company, you have to wait until you get to the end to really hear what they're trying to tell you. But throughout the whole talk, he was just telling us what we need to know. I was just hearing what I need to know. He was holding back nothing. And I mean, even though it was long, I said, oh my God, you know, it keeps pulling me in. I said, this is different. This is actually different from anything I've ever heard out there. This man is real. He's really upfront. Mr. Mufareh is real. And so, you know, the two catchphrases that I heard was the vision of hope for humanity, or beacon of hope for humanity, and it will put an end to the corruption. It's the correction to the corruption. And those two catchphrases really got me. And so I went on and registered, but I didn't pay it because I was a little skeptical, right? And so then I got an email, a text message from Scott Hughes, who ended up, you know, being, you know, signing me up. You know, he was telling me about the company and, you know, where it's going and what it's all about. And I became really, really in tune and interested. So he said, try it, it's $97. So I said, for $97, what the heck do I have to lose? I've put money in so many companies that turned out to be nothing. They took my money and walked away so many times for $97, you know. What do I have to lose, you know? And so I went in, and, you know, we started texting back and forth, and until I got convinced. And then I said, I want to introduce my brother to this, but he's a hard nut to crack. It's going to be hard to convince him. So can you, you know, talk to him about it for me, please? You'll be able to explain it to him much better, because, you know, you're ahead of me and you know much better than me. And so, you know, I texted him and I told him about the company, right? And I never heard back from my brother, which is Vital. He's here on the panel, Vital Smart. And I didn't hear back from him for 2 weeks. And then one day he showed up and he said, what was that you were telling me about? And, you know, and so I called Scott and asked Scott to talk to him, and he was sold. He was running away, but he was sold. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, this Onpassive is just one of the greatest thing that could ever happen to us, because Mr. Mufareh didn't handpick his people. Everyone has an opportunity. He gives everyone a chance. Everyone has an opportunity. It's not like some company where you didn't hear about them. You don't know about them until after they launch. But with Onpassive, it gives everyone around the world this great opportunity to be a part of this big vision, Mr. Mufareh's vision. He gives everyone an opportunity, and he didn't unpick anyone, whether race or color, or creeds or nationality or languages. He didn't handpick his people, you know. And some company, you don't know about their stock until it's sold out to the big people, and then you get that what left, you know. And Passive giving us all this great opportunity. It has given us this big opportunity. And so, you know, I want to leave you with Ephesians 3 verse 20, where it said, you know, God can do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or could ever imagine. So, right. So, you know, just have faith. Just have faith. It's gonna go, like Mr. Mufareh mentioned, that, you know, where Onpassive is going right now, not even he can stop it. And I believe that this is a divine connection, divine intervention. And, you know, it's gonna be great. We just have to be patient. It's a blessed company. It's gonna be great. And we're not gonna be disappointed. So God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Binet. Thank you for sharing your thought about Onpassive and making us to understand the importance, as well as our CEO, knowing that the Lord spoke to him. As we all know, he says that the force is talking to him. And he made that statement that either I do or I die. Is there any other CEO that will say, make such a statement? He is here, yes, to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. And because he loves all of us, we have 8 billion plus on earth. Yes, we were not chosen. He decided to share the opportunity to everyone, but only 1.4 plus million decided to join. But now it's time for us to go out there also to continue to share the vision. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Our next brand ambassador is our Queen, Janet Butler. Please proceed.
Hi, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? So yeah, a lot of points have been said, and I absolutely love everything that I've heard. Also true, as I'm sure you guys all agree. So I'm not going to repeat a lot of things. A couple things stood out to me, and I just kind of want to share and kind of give you my why. I appreciate everybody here sharing their why as well. And you know, totally agree. The transparency and conviction in the way that this business was presented when I first heard it was extremely different from any other. The first network marketing company that I joined, believe it or not, I was still in high school when it was first presented to me, and I started. So that was like 18 years old. I won't tell you how old I am now, but I don't know, for some reason at that age, whenever, from then straight through to my life now, whenever an opportunity was ever presented, I always, I never shunned it. I always tried to look into it. And as I went through my life. You know, you do this job, you do the next job, and you always learn something as you go through, and you expand your knowledge and you climb the corporate ladder. Well, I definitely went with the traditional mindset that yes, I have to pay my dues. One of the things my father told me as a kid was, nothing in life is free. If somebody's offering you something for free, trust me, there's a price that you're going to have to pay, whether it's now or whether it's later. So don't try to cut corners. Pay your dues and work for where you need to get. So that was, you know, kind of my motto, you know, dig down, do what you got to do, and take the steps that you have to take. Well, as I did that, and you know, as you go through life, you climb the ladder, you earn those raises, you get where you need to be. But as the more I got into it, I realized this system is not set for anybody to get ahead. You know, the minute you finally get to that place where you have made that raise, you've earned that income, the cost of living just constantly is doing the same thing as you. You know, the world is climbing its own corporate ladder. Those CEOs, those politicians, whoever it is, they're doing the exact same thing. So you think you're getting ahead, but you're not getting ahead. And then and then, you know, if you're working for a company and someone's doing, I won't, you know, you can go into all the different areas of corruption of that. Oh, you're not going to get a raise because I'm giving the job to my friend, or so and so is transferring, you know. And then, you know, if you have an unfortunate situation where if it's a founder-based organization and, you know, it ends up closing down, then boom, you're back down to zero. I can't tell you the amount of people I've seen through my life have to just start over of no fault of their own, you know. So the system is just not set up for you to get anywhere, or make ends meet. So when you know, when Onpassive came along, and it was definitely different. Everybody is real. And then I was fortunate enough that about 9 months, 8-9 months before hearing about Onpassive, I started working for a marketing company. And a lot of the things I was, and I feel it was God driven, to put it in front of me, to kind of learn about the marketing world and see all of the different software that is used, et cetera, et cetera. Because when I was told about Onpassive, right away I saw it. And I know 100% that if I hadn't been in the place that God had put me, in the job that I was in, I would have not have seen the vision right away. And I don't know. So I definitely, I could see God's hand in it. And then hearing others talk, of course. Well, I mean, I joined right away when I heard about it. Because I said, yeah, that makes sense. If he can do if he can create a digital marketing tool that does what he says he could do, yes, it's going to save companies money. It's going to save companies time. That aspect I saw right away. And then as I got into it, and then, you know, and it just kept developing and developing, and hearing about the correction to the corruption. This is the goal. This is the mission. And as I got to understand and hear the why of Ash Mufareh, and hear his heart of what the long-term goal was, it even made more sense to me that, yes, God is trying to level the playing field. This is the only way we're going to get rid of the corruption in the world, and raise a bunch of people with hearts that can actually overturn it and change it. So the mission was just even sweeter once I saw the heart behind it. And yeah, I mean, everybody here listening to their stories and their whys and how they found out about Onpassive, it just all solidifies everything. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you so much for coming as well. We love you. We appreciate you. Mr. Raj, could you please unmute yourself and share your comments?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Bini, giving such a wonderful opportunity. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the galaxy of intellectual. What a massive, unprecedented, completely rocking session is going on. First of all, I hats off. Martin Digamos really nailed it. What awesome, outstanding, unprecedented phenomenal session about Onpassive, and we heard all top class sharing that was mesmerizing, heart touching from Mr. Jeffrey Morlock sir, Mike Engineer sir, and Binet ma'am, and Butler ma'am, and Mr. and even Right Angle. Yeah, all that is something special. Why not? Onpassive business, that is completely pain healing, okay? Healing the pain of the world, my dear friends. Look at the world scene. What is happening? A huge number of poverty, a massive unemployment armies. People are facing starvations, climate changes, economic crisis, financial crisis we have seen during corona pandemic, and the people are not getting top class nutrient food. This is also one of the main issues. But Onpassive is going to empower the complete business solutions. Why I'm saying that Onpassive is truly outstanding, unmatchable, unparalleled, masterpiece, pathfinder, path breaker company of the globe. And it is one of the biggest wonders of the planet. We appreciate, oh my God, the creation of God, the earth angel, the incredible man of the planet, our CEO. Truly, we appreciate, we love it. And Onpassive, truly champion company, unbreakable, undefeated, and we are conquering all the problems of the world. We are problem solver. We are bringing complete paradigm shift in our lifestyle. Our life is all set to lavish, luxurious, extraordinary because we love Onpassive. Onpassive is all about the charisma of this planet. And why I am saying that it is having top class 100 plus top class business tools we can see under OES, and more than this, it is going to be a love factor, compassion. That is a true character of Onpassive. And Onpassive is really building the world, reshaping the planet. We are repainting this planet. We are remaking this world. But still we have great challenge. 17th Sustainable Development Goal of United Nations. We are waiting. We have to finish the target. Latest by 2030. World Bank, IMF, United Nations. They are trying to solve all those problems, fulfill all those dreams. But it is not easy task. But Onpassive is going to bring a financial breakthrough, educational breakthrough through top class, luxurious, outstanding, exceptional tools endowed with AI, automation, and robotics, Internet of Things, blockchain. These all are a complete charisma of Onpassive. That's amazing, truly. Finally, I want to say
All right.
that.
Thank you so much, Brother Chris.
I am one culture. I am one culture. I am one two culture. Dr. Beni, could you allow me to ask?
Mr.
Yes.
Raji's on fire,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, can you just ask
Yeah.
your question, Brother Raj, please? Because we have Brother
Yeah.
Chris
Thank
and
you so
Brother
much.
Vitel. Please.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beni. Yeah.
Dr.
Mr.
Benny?
S. Mufareh was told that Onpassive will be having on internet. What are those 5 pillars? Let me remind once again. We will have on OS. Already it is turned in. Next, that data center. Already we have a small data center. Now in 2024, we'll be getting multiple data center. It is also going to be done deal. Next, O domain. Yes, it is coming. Next, on per permanent solution of payment merchant processor. It is coming in 2023. And most important, O-Verify. It is also coming. These all are major pillars and column of Onpassive. So my question is, we are building, reshaping 8 billion of the people. But today arena, only 5 billion people are enjoying the internet. Still, 3 billion people are not enjoying internet. Why? They are not able to access internet, not able to access data. My question is our company having any plan to bring and come into telecommunication to provide on data to, to cover 8 billion people of this planet? This is my question. Can we come on into in telecommunication area? Just like Jio, just like Airtel in India, what? This is my question. Each company is having any plan to bring on data, to provide on data to the world to complete the 8 billion people? Martis?
I'm not 100% sure what the question means. If somebody could tell me.
Yeah, hey Marty. Yeah, sir, Elon Musk is putting Starlink satellites into space right now, and
Same thing.
that's
Same.
gonna cover the whole world. Just give it time, trust me. All right, everybody will have access to data. That's in place. Don't worry, God's not doing all of this to make sure that some of us aren't, he's using multiple people. So please, yeah.
Actually, why I'm asking, sister, what is happening? We are shifting into Wi-Fi to Li-Fi, light fidelity, one of the most advanced internet arena. Now we are shifting into 5G into 6G, but still, Elon Musk cannot cover all world because this is a balloon-based internet arena. I think if you want to access internet into village area, desert area, just like Amazon forest, remote area, this is not easy task to provide internet through global because it is so costly. So what is a better solution? We have to shift into laser internet. Laser internet, I am telling, because it is already tested.
Let me say something. Ash has plans to fill in any problems there are. In the meantime, Elon is putting satellites up. Now, to put satellites up, I think is minimum $35 million or some crazy thing. So let's wait and see how it goes. He's doing what he's doing now. He has mentioned satellites 4 years ago. So who knows what he's going to do? But like Janet says, there's other people doing it now. You could use that same satellite to join Onpassive. So it's a win-win either way. But I think whatever's needed, Ash is going to do it. It's going to take time. But if we need it and people need it and it enhances mankind, Onpassive will have it. When? It takes time.
Yeah, the goal is to level the playing field and to make sure that everybody has access to technology. That's being said over and over. So I know if we're thinking it, Ash has already thought of it and already has the plan and the solution, and it's in the works.
Yeah, thank you so much. And why not? Technology just like a lifeline of this planet. My question is, second question, this is only second question. Okay. Our CEO in the previous meeting, he said that he's going to disclose a bomb. What is exactly a bomb? Mr. Martin, sir, can you crystallize about a bomb?
That's
nice.
for you, big bro. You got it.
I thought Niraj wasn't here. Anyway, listen, no. It must run in the country. Nice try, but no, I don't know. And even if I could know, I never ask for those type of things. Call me a child, but I love being surprised just like everyone else. I don't want to know stuff like that. But whatever the A-bomb is, he said it's bigger than what we've had so far. I can't imagine what it is. But just know one thing, we're going to be surprised. So be happy with that.
Yeah,
I have
actually, yeah. One more question. Actually,
I have,
no,
I have
hold on.
it came to my mind. It came to
Oh,
my
hold
mind.
on, Mr. Raj. Mr. Raj, could you please wait? Wait.
Yeah.
Let me go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Brother Vitel first. You can come back, okay? Please.
Sure. Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Benny, Dr. Benny,
Yes.
even before Brother Vitel, we have Krishnaro Shane again.
I did. I called him and he never come back. He never answered. That's why.
Okay, Victoria did not come back again.
Victoria is done. Since I'm not the co-host, I cannot put her hands down.
Okay,
Dr.
please,
Benny, carry
Maddie,
on. Go
can you
ahead.
help us?
Yeah,
Thank you.
so much. Giving me such
Wait,
a
Mr.
wonderful
Raj, please.
opportunity. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah, go
Brother
ahead.
Chris is here. Brother Vitel, could you please hold on?
Sure.
Brother Chris, could you please proceed with your question or comment? Thank you.
Yeah. There was so much fire going on that I was just sitting back and enjoying that fire. And I don't wish this webinar to end. I want one Mati di Ugamo at my home. It's really a great thing to be here. That question was relating to that the top dot live rotator. So can somebody have a light on that?
What is your question again, please?
The top dot live. Can somebody throw some light on that?
Oh, yeah. I'll give you some light. Are you ready? I'm going to give you some light, okay? Go to freerotator.com. Freerotator.com.
Freerotator.com. Okay, freerotator.com.
And you can rotate as many pages as you want for a whopping $8 a year.
Okay.
I've been using it for 10 years. That's what I use for the Top Dot Live.
Okay, so it's totally free. We don't have to do
$8 a year, something crazy, very low price.
Okay, copied. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got to check it out. But listen, if you don't pay, they have banners on it. You don't want those to show up, so you pay to get rid of the banner, and they work perfect. Like I said, I've been using them for 10 years. Very, very good. As many links as you want.
Wow. Thank you very much for that. Bye.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. This is
Dr.
short and
Benny?
sweet. Thank you. Yes,
Dr.
Brother
Benny?
Chris. Yes, please.
I'm sorry, I got to go open another webinar that already started, but I was supposed to start it. I thank you for having me here, Miss Julie. I wanted to hear Vitel because I haven't talked to my brother in a long time, but is this being recorded, right?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We're going to talk about you as soon as you leave, just so you know.
Okay, they're going to talk about me on the other one if I don't start anyway.
Hey,
All right,
Chris,
bye.
don't run away from me, Chris.
Hold on, Vitel. I'm sorry.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll be there in a minute, Chris. I'm coming too. Just give us a minute.
Thanks for coming, Chris.
Go ahead, Vitel. I'm sorry.
See you in a while.
Yeah.
Good night, all. I'm going to switch over also, guys.
No
good to be here with you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Raphael, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Benny.
Yes, please. Proceed, please.
A lot of fireworks here.
Yeah. Proceed, brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Marty DeGama, how are you doing, sir?
Any better, it would be illegal. No, I'm doing very, very good. Very good.
All right. Nice. And Jeff, how are you, sir? Doing good? The young lady who spoke before, my sister Vinette, she was the one that grabbed me kicking and screaming into Onpassive a few years ago. And it has been a ride ever since. Very, very good ride. As a matter of fact, when my sister told me about Onpassive, I actually didn't speak to her for about 2 weeks because I was bent on not getting into any type of business. I was even have the slightest inclination to be a network marketing business anymore, as I've been disappointed by so many in the past.
Hey, Vitel, I've
Yes,
got
sir.
family members that still won't talk to me.
Yes. And so I remember Marty that you and I met first when I first got into Onpassive and a couple of years ago. And I took out a founder's position from my alma mater in Jamaica. And if you remember that. And I was trying to get Mr. Mufareh to explain to them what this thing was all about, especially Academy. And the call that day was yourself, Dan Street, Mike Ellis, and our good friend Scott Hughes that my sister spoke about so fondly, about Scott Hughes, our friend who we got so brokenhearted when he passed because of COVID. But that time we met and we have been on this ride ever since. And I've learned a lot. I know my sister, when I saw her on the panel speaking, I said, man, yeah, that's my sister who didn't ever like to speak in front of people. I know you can't shut her up. That's what Onpassive does for us. You know, it opens up our heart, our minds, and make us bold soldiers. And Sister Janet, the Caribbean Queen, I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you very much. But Marty, I listen to you, and I live all the time, and then then you join force with Chris, and the dynamic duo. We call you. You look like two brothers, by the way. Even though you're brothers, but you look like two real brothers together, and you call and oh man, Chris is a guy who he doesn't like to speak. He doesn't have much to say, but you can't shut him up after you start talking. And he was a guy that really inspired me to be a part of Obless. And ever since I got to understand what Obless was all about, I've latched onto it. I've sent him a lot of information regarding what I would like to do on my projects that I would like to be on. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be on the Singapore webinar talking about Obless. And I hope you guys can join us. But I really listened to you, Marty, and you said, be your best you. Be your best you at all times. And look at your heart. And relationship is the key. And I listen to those, especially relationship, because I've had a business background and realized that no matter how good your products are, no matter how tasty your products are, if you cannot build a relationship, you have nowhere going. Nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And so it is important that we have to look at life and understand what our mission is all about. Our mission that is given to us by our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, who is I've admired so much over the years that we have met. He lives right here in Orlando, you know, where I live. And I just so admire this gentleman because no other CEO is so humanitarian like this one. No other one. Everybody goes into the business looking at the bottom line, and he's there talking about humanitarian needs. And so we are on this mission together. If you look behind me, you'll see that rainbow, and it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. And a rainbow signifies hope. It signifies unity. It signifies love, signifies togetherness. And if we are to accomplish all the mission that Mr. Mufareh has set for us, we have to join together, no matter what country you're from, no matter what religion you are, no matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what color you are.
we have to get together to accomplish these goals. And so, Mr. Dagama, I appreciate you being on this call because you know, you're one of the person that I look up to every day for leadership. I looked up to you when I heard you talk. You're so full of wisdom. And in the business that you've been in and being bitten so many times by these, you know, fly-by-night companies, you know, you're at the right place right now, and your leadership really matters. Your leadership counts, and Ash Mufareh is very, very Onpassive, I should say, is very, very fortunate to have you as one of their leaders. You know, that is guiding us along the way to success. And for those of you who are in a hurry, you know, just be patient. Just be patient. I tell you what patient means. Patient is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting upset. That's what patient is all about. And so we are in this journey together. We need to stick together. And we are in what I call a rainbow coalition. And it's only by us joining together and working together that we can achieve our goals and objectives. Dr. Benny, I appreciate you very much. Sister Naga, I call it wrong pronunciation, Naka.
Naka.
Yes, I appreciate you very much. Sister Vinette, love you madly, my dear. Thank you for inviting me into Onpassive. Okay, I will always be grateful to you for reaching out to me when you first moved into Orlando and found Onpassive. And you and I have gone through a lot of struggles recently with the passing of our mom. But you know, we're there. Mom is gone, but her gone but not forgotten. We love her dearly, and you and I will be on this Onpassive journey together, achieving big things and helping to support those who are less fortunate in this world. I thank you very much, Sister Bridget. Thank you very much. Dr. Benny, Engineer Mike, yes, sir. Big up to you too. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Caribbean Queen. Dr. Benny, thank you. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Can I add one thing, Benny, Dr. Benny?
Yes, please.
You know, Batel, the first time I met you, I thought you were a superstar. I was right. You are a superstar. And now I understand why Vanette is who she is, because she is a superstar. I could tell 20 seconds into her talking, I went, man, where has she been? But that's beautiful. And Mr. Raja, you're a maniac. I love you, man. You're unbelievable. You're hot to trot. But I want to say something about relationship, and I'm going to prove in a way how important relationship is. Because Onpassive was built with relationship and family. And the family of Onpassive is a rainbow. I'm a certain color, you're a certain color, I have certain things, I got different parents, I come from a different country, but we're all together as one. And a rainbow is a lot better looking than one color. But I'm going to tell you what relationship does. The SEC wanted to go after Mr. Mufareh. I believe they knew that he was about to sell the first product ever. And the Friday before he decided to sell it, they put a letter out. And the whole world saw that letter. And what they believed was, maybe we can't stop him, but this letter will. And what happened because we have a relationship? Absolutely nothing. We did not budge. We told the SEC, bite me, okay? You think you know us? You don't know anything. We did not budge. Any other company in the world would have crumbled and fell. The noise was, the silence was deafening. Nothing happened. And you know, a year ago, I'm going to tell you something I never said. I knew the SEC was after whatever. Okay, I knew they were going after the company. They're so stupid. They're going after a company that never launched. But anyway, and asked the question, what do you think is going to happen when this happens? Because they're going to do it. He didn't know when. They were negotiating when they did it. So that's how underhanded they were. And we all said that we're there. There's about 5 people there talking with us. And I said, my opinion, nothing will happen. It'll be the biggest waste of paper they ever printed. And what happened? Nothing. If Amazon shut down today, I would be upset because I can't get packages quick. But if a new company started tomorrow named Bozo the Clown and they could get me packages quick, I'd be just as happy as I was today. The difference is we love Onpassive, and Onpassive is the people. It's not the products. We're going to have the best products anyway. We got the best tech team. This company is the people. The movement of the people is the power. So SEC, if you're listening, bite me, okay? Because you pulled out, you showed your cards, and you lost that hand. Now they're going to fight in court, and that's okay. But I think they learned a lesson. I'm sure people went to each other and said, I didn't hear anything. Of course you didn't. You went after the wrong company. That's why you heard nothing. That's just my opinion, by the way. So I wanted to add what a relationship happens. And when you have a relationship where there's no boundaries, where I have brothers in Bangladesh, in India, in Africa, in Vietnam, everywhere, Australia, Canada, UK, Germany, a little piece of paper means nothing. So anyway, I just wanted to add that. Sorry, I'm preaching, guys, and I got to go real soon too. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Brother Marty. Please, we do have Queen Dr. Nadu and Sister Bridget. Before you leave, please, Sister Bridget, she has a question on the chat, but Sister Bridget, could you please wait for Dr. Nadu to please ask a question or comment, and then we'll come back to you, please?
Oh, okay.
Because Brother Marty wants to leave, and I don't want him to leave first.
Okay, and this question was directed to him too. That's why. Okay.
Yes, please. Dr. Nadu, could you please proceed?
Thank you very much, my sister, Dr. Benny. I appreciate what our brother Mari is doing for us every single day. I don't know where he's finding the strength to do it. I will never be there. But thank you very much. I would like you to elaborate a little bit more on the business side in our application or products or nets.
I'm not sure what you want to know. Give me an idea. I'm not sure.
Okay, we are talking to people. We are not marketers. They got free products.
Okay. Here's what I would do. If I wasn't a marketer, first thing, what I would do to get people to come in is give away the free products. It's the easiest thing you can do. And listen, in a very simple way. Never put your link. If you use Facebook, don't put your link. It's not a good idea. Facebook doesn't like it, and they're going to be nasty, and eventually they'll put you in Facebook jail. Make a small poster, and on that poster, answer questions of people what they don't like. And I'm going to tell you a couple. With ONET, here's what I would say. How would you like to be in a social networking platform where they don't take your data and no pedophiles or bullies or racists can be there? And I'm going to tell you why once they get in. In Onpassive, everybody needs to verify. See, I believe in freedom of speech. But I also believe if Marty DeGarmo has something to say, my name should be there coming out of my mouth, not some made-up name or a picture of somebody else. That's a coward. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can say and go after somebody and you don't even have enough nerve to use your name. So when you tell people that they can come to a place that's secure, it's safe, your teenage kids can come where they can talk and chat, and they don't have to worry about some sick individual talking to your young girl, your young daughter, or young son, telling them stuff or meeting them somewhere pretending they're somebody else. And Onpassive, you have to be verified. If you're not verified, you're not allowed in
You're still
ONET.
going, Chris.
Right? You know what I mean? That's very important. Little things like that. Or how would you like to be in a email platform? They don't sell your data. It's unlimited. It's secure, and you can do a video chat, okay? Or you could do voice to text. Oh, and by the way, it's absolutely free. You couldn't pay if you had to. Sell the points of it of what people don't like about what they have. If you look up online right now, what do people not like about Facebook? Onpassive answers that question. So reverse it. Reverse the question to them. What is it about Facebook that you don't like? And people tell you, boom, 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 boom. No, I've done all this. And they give you this, they can't wait to tell you. Oh, they got bums in here, they got predators, they got people bullying people, you're not allowed to voice your opinion, blah, blah, blah. At the end, you leave a comment and say, I have a place where there are already 1 million people. It's secure, it's safe, they don't sell your data, and you know exactly who you're talking to. It will sell because it's free. Now, remember, if you bring in a bunch of free people, you think, well, how am I going to make money? Eventually, everybody is a consumer. Okay, let's remember that. And eventually, Onpassive will have something they want to buy. If they buy today, or they buy 6 months from now, or 6 years from now, you will get a commission. And if you invite somebody in, I'll tell you another one. You set up a thing where you're doing a video and you say, look, I don't want to do a video out in the open because I have no control who's there, and some people are not very nice. I have a secure site. If you could meet me here, I have something I want to tell you, and you have a little video set up. You give them the link, they sign up, they come into the video, they're on your sales team for the rest of your life. Everybody wants to reach to the top of the tree and grab the apple. How about the ones at the waist high? They're just as good. Grab them. Go for the free products and use your imagination, something simple. And by the way, you got to be short and sweet. Nobody wants an email 5 pages long. Nobody wants a video. If you look at all the videos from Onpassive, 17 to 30 seconds. All of them. They say what's up. That's it. Enough to wet their whistle. And you can learn how to do it. You try it, trial and error. Think about what you don't like and what is it in Onpassive that answers that problem. So you ask people, what don't you like about this? And listen, I'm going to do something real quick and tell you. I was selling a sports game app. I was in the company when it first started. So I said, well, how am I going to get people in the sports app? I got to look at this different. So I said, well, I know what I'll do. I'll make a poster that says, who is your favorite NFL team? Guys, they act like they own the freaking team. We had 1 million people answer. 1 million. 20,000 people shared the post. And when they answered it, I said, how would you like to join a group, a Dallas Cowboy fan group? Absolutely. I had a group for every NFL team in the planet on Facebook. I had a team for every cricket team in the world on Facebook. I had teams for every soccer team in the world on Facebook, and I slowly built it up to tens and tens of thousands of people. And then they brought out the app, the game, and it wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun. Wow. So, but I'm just letting you know, something that simple, if it's good, people look at what people they went crazy. People do the weirdest thing. I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, I did an ad just to make how funny this is. I did an ad, and in the comment of the ad, I told Mike and Dan, say, I want info, and then put how old you are. Dan and Mike said, why the freak we're going to put how old you are? That doesn't make sense. I said, I want to show you something. So Dan said, I would like info, 55 years old. I would like info, 47 years old. That's it. 10,000 people gave me their name and their age. Why? Also, I want to know is if you want the info, but every one of them gave me their name and their age. Every one of them. Craziest thing. And you go, oh, I don't understand people. Trust me, I don't understand people. But if you pull on their heartstrings and answer a problem for somebody, you could build an empire. Because you're not lying. Tell them the truth about Onpassive. And whatever you do, don't give them something with the name Onpassive on it. Ever. Not because it's not the greatest company in the world. The first thing people do when they see a name, they Google it. And do you know what Google is? It's a search engine. You know what? It doesn't mean it's a truth engine. So they Google it and they get whoever ranked the highest as answer. It's a scam. So you're trying to market, they look up Onpassive and some jackass on there saying it's a scam. They're not coming now. People take negative way before they take positive. Don't put that. You don't need to tell who it is. If I'm going to sell you something, a chair, I'm not going to tell you Walmart. I'm going to say, hey, there's the best chair I ever saw. It's a recliner. Go here. Then when they get there, they see the chair and then find out it's Walmart. Who cares? They're already there. I hope that makes sense. I'm not putting down Onpassive, but people want to always look it up. And I try to tell people, Google is a search engine. It's not a truth engine. They don't tell the truth. They tell whatever ranks the highest. The first two ads are paid for. You could be full of crap. If you got the money, you could be the first two. Nobody goes to page 2. So the most popular one, which is usually negative, that's what people flock to. People want to hear the negative. I know it sounds horrible, but it's true. Oh, I'm not going there. Why? Ashley Farr is a scammer and he's no good. Now, do we know different? Yes. If he's such a great guy and he's hiding in plain sight, how come he's not wearing an orange jumpsuit? Well, I want to know. That's the going color in jail, wasn't it? I mean, it's a joke. It's stupid. So do yourself a favor, real small, few points, and people will answer. If you make it like a questionnaire, I love this. What do you think? You know why I don't like Facebook? Blah, 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 blah. Now, I want you to remember something else. In Facebook, I don't care how many friends you have, Facebook lets X amount of people see what you post. I always see people go, if you don't answer this and you're my friend, you're not my friend. Don't do that. They're not answering because they don't see it. Facebook operates how many people can see your post. You want your post to be seen by more people? They want this. It's called money. I know I'm talking real fast and jumping around, but just keep it really simple. When we get launched and moving, I'm going to make a group where here's some ideas for founders. Simple ones, not marketing ideas. I'm not going to teach you how to market. I'm going to teach you how to share. And then what will happen is once you try it, especially you guys are smart, you try a couple different things and you're going to be on fire. And then imagine making a little stupid poster inside of a page that the company made with their content, and then a little bit of you in the center, and say, drive $2,000 worth of traffic to this site. Next day you get up and you got 100 people join. Next day a couple hundred more. Next day a couple hundred more. It's fun. It'll be fun. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I drank a lot of coffee today. Anyway. That
was fine. We are from New Jersey, so we can understand each other.
There we go. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will buy anything you put out for sale.
Okay.
You demonstrate that you are a marketer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sorry, Dr. Benny, I talk so much. But...
No, it's okay. I mean, so long as you're willing to give them the answer, that's all we care about. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you, Queen Dr. Nadu, for your question. We appreciate you coming to support us here. Thank you so much. Queen Engineer Bridget, could you please go ahead and read that question?
There we go.
Thank you, Maddie, for.
Hello, Bridget.
Hi. Long time no see.
Yes, I miss you. Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, so it seems as if you might have answered this question to some extent. Someone has a question on the Q&A. The question was, Mr. Marty, thank you for the advice. Please, I think he means to say, what will you give advice to the many who do not have a team? What they have never done marketing. I guess what he's trying to say is, for those who have never done marketing, how would you advise them?
Part of some of the stuff I've said, and as we get going, we'll get together and have a group where people can join, call it the idea group or whatever, post some ideas, post some images, everybody work together, because this company is family. You want everybody to do well, very well, and we'll share ideas. That's how. And remember something, everybody here, I hate to say it, but everybody here shares. If you ladies go shopping and you find something that's an unbelievable deal, you tell somebody. Okay, that's what I want you to do. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Look, I've seen a lot of good movies, and I've told my friends, but MGM didn't send me a dime. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. They sent me no money, right? But if you work it, like, here's another thing I want to tell you. When Omail gets really running well, I would put my I would put my Gmail on vacation permanently, and the response people would get when they click on is, sorry, I am no longer using this service. They're selling my data and it's not very secure. I have moved on to here. There's a link, they can join, and now they're in Omail and it's free, and they're with you for the rest of their life. That's not marketing. That's leveraging something that already happens. That's the kind of stuff I want to share with people. And that stuff twirls around my head all day. So, but no, that's what I want to do. And I know a lot of you will be creative, and you listen, once you do it, once you let yourself do it, nobody will be able to stop you. And it's fun. And it's fun.
That's wonderful. Hopefully that was Joseph. That question was from Joseph. So hopefully.
Thank you, Joseph. You can make a living off your passion. Forget Onpassive. You're going to do unbelievable with Onpassive anyway. But you can make a living and give that money away to charity, whatever you want to do with it. If you think about it, just take the time, look at what bad things are there, and look at what the answer is. If you can solve somebody's problem, you will do very well monetarily and in your heart. Because the one thing about Onpassive that's great, if I invite somebody on Passive, I'm doing them a big, big service. Much bigger than they think. Even if they don't get it. I don't care if they get it. Because when they get in and they see it and their heart opens up, they're going to go, ooh, this is what I want. Anyway, maybe wishful thinking, but I've done it too long. It's working for me now, so I know it works. It works every day.
Oh,
thank you so much.
All right, Dr. Pat, do you have anything to say before I can ask Brother Marty for his closing remarks? Dr. Pat, are you available? All right, I know Brother Marty wants to leave. Brother Marty, could you please give us your closing remarks? Then I'll hand it over to Queen Julie.
Absolutely. I am here. I didn't know all of you were even going to be here. I really didn't know. I came because Queen Julie told me to, and I'm afraid of her. a little bit. I'm just kidding. No, but she asked me to, and I met her a couple of weeks ago. I'm in love with her. And by the way, I'm so glad I came because I got to see Patel again. Patel, I haven't seen him for a long time. He's a diamond. And then I met Vanette. I know most of you, all of you other ones. Lister, well, Lister follows me everywhere. I'm going to call the cops eventually. But anyway, no, but she's always there. I mean, I love it. But meeting new people, it gives me ideas. You know, when Ash has a meeting and wants the people to come on the panel, I love getting new people like Vanette and people that haven't been there. Nadu, I mean, I didn't really know her till. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are phenomenal. That's what I live for. I live for people. And I'm so glad I came. Usually I go to a meeting and sometimes I want to go to a meeting and listen. So, but if I turn on my camera, it turns into, oh, there's Q&A, but not really. Sometimes I'm not, but no, but it's okay. But today was beautiful. I really had a good time. I don't have a script and you don't need one because I speak with what I love. If you love something, you don't need to, you know, it's so funny, guys. You talked about Chris Johnson. Every day, 10 minutes before 10, before we start the live, here's what he says. Marty, I hope you have something because I have nothing. Okay. And then he goes, what do you got? I said, I don't know yet. What are you waiting for? I'm going to turn the camera on and then I'm going to say whatever comes out of my mouth. What? But now he's used to it. And actually, Chris is a very good speaker. He puts himself down too much. I don't like it. I mean, I'm allowed to put him down because he's my little brother, but I don't like it when he does. And he does very good. And because we fed off each other pretty well, we just combined together. And he liked it and I liked it. So, and he's got the biggest heart of anybody I ever met besides that crazy guy in Orlando. I say that with all due respect, by the way, Mr. Mufareh. So anyway, thank you so much for inviting me. I really, truly had a good time. I really, really, truly did. And we will share a lot of ideas because you have something I need too. You just don't know it yet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Brother Marty. We really appreciate you accepting her invitation. And we believe that you will come back again and again. So yeah.
Thank you for your kind words, Marty.
Dr. Benny, he can't get away from me. He's stuck with me. He can't get away from me now.
Awesome. So Queen Julie, I will hand it over to you. You are in control at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I make a comment? Sorry, Queen Julie, I just barged in and read the Q&A. I didn't know how you were going to handle that. When I saw that, I apologize for that, but I saw it and nobody read it, and that's why I said something. So
no, that's okay. That's okay, Sister Bridget.
That's my first time coming in here, and I just had to do
fine.
that.
That's fine. We're learning from each other. That's good. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming. Thank you for supporting me. Marty, oh, I'm blown away this evening. So many great speakers, great contribution. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for being my backbone, and Dr. Benny and Dr. Pats and everyone else who have been on this journey with me. I'm a different person now in terms of learning and speaking up in public and that sort of thing. I used to be a very shy person. People tell me I have the ability, I have what it takes, but you know, I'm still getting there. I'm getting there. I'll get there. With Marty, I'll get there. Trust me. So, Sister Pat, thank you for supporting me. Brother Vital, I cannot call all the names. Sister Vanette, Naka, I can see you there. Sister Nadu, thank you, Dr. Benny, for a job well done this evening. And Marty and myself, I don't want to cut it too short, but Marty and myself have to go over to Ominu. So we're running like an hour and a half late, but it's okay.
Yeah,
So,
and listen, we would invite you women, but I see how smart you are. I want you to stay here. Do not go, okay? Stay right here, all right?
I'm
God.
inviting all you ladies, all you women over to Ominu. We need you over there. We need you.
Where's the link?
Could
we
you
have the
please
link?
invite Brother Rash so that he can go and ask more questions there? Because I know we have to go. I know he has a question, but Brother Rash, I want you to go to Mino and ask your question.
Do we
Thank
have
you.
the link in the back office?
So
thank you
Marty,
so much,
can you put the link in the back office, please?
Actually, thank you so much, Dr. Beanie, giving me such
Hello,
a wonderful
Marty.
opportunity again. I have
Dr.
a
Raj,
question.
Brother Raj, just hold on, please. Brother Marty?
Okay.
Yes.
The ladies would like the link for Ominu. Can you put it in the back office, please? I think it's already there.
I think it's already there.
It's already there.
Yeah, because Minnow made it up.
Yeah. The link is already in the back office.
It should already be there, yeah.
So come join us, have fun. It's a learning, you know.
It's a trivia. It's trivia.
It's a trivia. And you learn so much.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah, I learned how dumb I am, okay?
Okay, Brother Raj, I would like you to go to Omino because I know you like to ask questions there. Go and answer some questions there.
Only one question. Only one question.
Oh my goodness.
Marty. Marty?
Yes.
Marty, where's Marty?
I'm right here.
Are you happy and Josh was the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, ask a question. Be fast.
You are
Go.
amazing, credible personality. I love you, sir.
you.
November month is going to be one of the historical month. Now, can we expect? Yes, it is definitely it is coming. I know. Bonus and traffic. What is your assessment? It is coming in November month. Bonus and traffic both. Because we are already going to cover first quarter of OConnect till let us by 1 December. Before 1st December, we'll be getting bonus and traffic. What do you take on this issue?
I believe bonus and traffic will be towards the end of the year. I believe bonus will be before that. Bonus could be next month. But I think traffic will be I believe they need the new data center running. Remember, there's not enough. We have a lot going on with OConnect with the data, so we need something bigger. But the data center is going to answer a lot of questions. Let's put it this way. They have many things in the pipeline ready to go. And it can't go any faster than it happens. They can't work any harder. They can't work any more people. But as soon as they can do it, they're going to do it. Nobody knows that answer. Even Ash could say something on a Wednesday, get off of there, and get a phone call and things back up 3 days because he's working with outside sources. Not everybody's in a big hurry to get going fast like Onpassive is. Now, when we get closed in and we have our own data, things will happen when we say it happens. Bank will get the money, there'll be big payment, it won't be slow, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time for some stuff. So keep the faith like we've been doing. And Mr. Raza, you got plenty of faith. You're going to be fine. Just tell people, keep the faith. If they can't, that's too bad, right? Ass can't go any faster. He can't work any harder. He can't. It's impossible. He's already sleeping like an hour, 2 hours a day. It's not good. So I want him to take care of his health. What do we have to do? We only have to sit back and look pretty, right? So, and I'm having trouble doing that. So anyway, yeah, it'll happen when it happens. And if you're not sure, don't say it. Just let it go. Let it come from the company. Let's have the faith and the trust and the patience. And we're going to be so happy when it happens. Because trust me, once the baby comes out, you're going to forget about the pains. I'll tell you. So anyway, that's all I can tell you.
Yeah, such marvelous, more than awesome. Really, I appreciate it, Darjeeling. So, you all are really legend. I am very happy to be part of this wonderful webinar, and especially I thanks Julie ma'am and Dr. Benny. You all are really super gun and a big masterpiece personality of Onpassive. We all are protector and defender of Onpassive. Onpassive is my heart. Okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Giving
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Raj.
It was nice meeting you, and you need to cut back on the coffee, buddy. You got to
Sure,
cut back
sure,
on the
sure.
coffee.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
Thank you so much, Brother Raj. And Brother Marty is leaving right now, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming.